Thank you for being with us, and congratulations on 3 decades at the Met and this gala.
Thank you very much. Grazie.
Now here we are, big anniversary, big celebration, and 3 of your favorite pieces that you've chosen. Let's go at them one by one. The first act we're seeing in this gala is L'Elisir d'Amore. Now why did you choose that? Is it the music which suits you so well?
No,
is it the character?
Character. Character and, yes, the music in terms of vocalismo. Elixir of Love is an extreme important opera in the history of the tenor because Caruso did it, and since then all the big tenors are singing the opera.
Oh, how do you see this opera, and particularly this act? It's a light opera, it has a happy ending.
This act is the happy coronation of all the belief that is in the soul of Nemorino. Then he always trusts love until the very, very end. And the music then Donizetti writes for him, then is absolutely sensational. So many pieces. Puccini will have done 10 operas with with the pieces.
In this act, we have one of the greatest arias, the greatest moments for a tenor, Una furtiva lagrima.
Una furtiva lagrima.
That's one of your calling cards. What's going through your mind when you're there on that stage singing this particular aria?
In 1974, we celebrate Caruso in Naples. And by accident, I choose Una furtiva lacrima without knowing that for Caruso in Naples, that aria and that opera was the last one he has done, because the critic wrote bad the day after, and he said, I'm coming to Naples to eat pizza and spaghetti and probably to die, what he did. I have always this thing in my mind, always this man that is singing in his own country, in his own theater for the last time. And there is something that makes me do the piece even better than a normal aria.
In your broad repertory, you sing a lot of operatic roles which are tragic.
Yeah.
This isn't.
This is an happy ending, finally. I love it. I am Nemorino sometime in my life. And I am proud to be.
How's that? How are you Nemorino?
I am Nemorino because I trust. I trust. I'm a trustful person. I don't think I am stupid, but even Nemorino is not stupid. He's just in love. And when a man is in love, he's stupid. He's a poet. He's a country poet, illiterated. He cannot write a poem, but he's a poet.
We now come to Act 3 of La Boheme. This act is almost a jewel, isn't it?
Well, vocally speaking and musically speaking is perfect. Very sparkling, very Puccini, the painter Puccini.
Tell me a bit about Rodolfo, because you know him so well, this character.
Rodolfo is a poet, then he writes. He doesn't gain much money. He's poor.
You took on the role of Rodolfo as a young singer,
yes,
as a young...
It was my debut.
Your absolutely first performance was Rodolfo.
The first performance, the 29th of April 1961 in Reggio Emilia, at the end of a competition that I won, I sang Rodolfo. And that was the day you changed my life, because I was an elementary school teacher, and I realized that night I became a tenor, something else.
On that night, and after that performance, you knew, as you say, that you could have a career in music as a singer.
For sure.
Did you know for sure where it would take you?
No, nobody can know, and I was not even expecting that. I was studying to become a good tenor, a guy who can maintain the family well, better than another worker, but no more than that.
So what would have been your dream after that first performance?
To go on singing. I sang that performance for nothing. Then the first 2 performances, then I sang the performance for $50, both.
25 each?
Yes, 25 each. I bring home $10, not even, $6.
Your fee's gone up since then.
Yeah, but 1961.
Here we are, you as Rodolfo, the role you know so well in Act 3 in this marvelous Zeffirelli production. The music is sublime. What's going through you?
Well, in this moment, Rodolfo is in a tragic mood. he realized that Mimi is having the tuberculosis. He loved her so much. He tries somehow to push her away from him in order to give her the possibility to have a warm apartment, food, necessary medicine. Well, of course, you know the story. She doesn't accept that. She wants to go to die in the house of Rodolfo in the springtime, and she died. She arrived and she died the same day.
30 years. How many operas at the Met?
Many, 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 and a lot with Jimmy Levine. With Jimmy, I have done something very special. I have done Idomeneo, who is a Mozart opera, very beautiful. And I have done even the first act of Otello, who is something who made me say, I am a singer who sang from Sonnambula to the Otello. Oh, it's very good. At the Met, I have done the first recital with the piano in 1978. The first live performance on television of Bohème. That was something very, very, very special, because the day before, on the street, nobody stopped me. The day after, everybody stopped me on the street. So I realized at that moment what's mean television.
It's the power of that little thing called
Yes,
a camera.
that is the power of that little thing called the camera.
Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very,
Very
much. Puccini wrote La Bohème to great effect. Another great composer, perhaps the great composer of the 19th century, Giuseppe Verdi.
Yes.
Which brings us to Act 4 of Aida.
Aida.
Tell me about you and Aida and Rademes.
I don't think just me, but all the Italian tenor in her back, even if they are born with the small voice, they dream to become Radames.
Why?
Because it's a conquer. The phrase who symbolize Aida is the phrase that Aida tell Radames when he go to the war. Ritorna vincitor, come back winner. And that is what Aida means for a person. When I am singing my aria from Turandot, vincerò, vincerò, is always winning again. And is the reason why, in my opinion, everybody wants to hear that. Because we are all fighting in the world for victory. Victory on the little thing of the life, victory in your spirit, victory in your diet if you can. I mean, it's always a battle that the men have to win. And in Aida, the first aria is Celeste Aida, which is a massacre because you never breathe, never. You always sing and never breathe. And then there are many other beautiful things. Aida is in Parma. They say, Aida is like the pig. You don't throw away anything.
In the fourth act now, what we're going to see, it's a bad moment. He rejects Amneris' love.
He rejects Amneris, he doesn't care. He says, I think that is the best thing in the world, if I can die for Aida. I don't accept any compromise. I cannot be your husband. I cannot promise you that I will not see Aida, because certainly I'm going to see her if you leave me alive.
And what we see in this fourth act is the duet with Amneris, highly dramatic, and then, of course, the final tomb scene. In that tomb with Aida. Beautiful lyric
Incredible
moment.
atmosphere. This duet is incredible with Amneris up there, who is very obviously she's regretting to have made this choice now, but it's too late. And she's praying for us.
You've said that so many roles like Radames are roles of conquerors. There's struggle, that this is part of anyone's existence. To what extent is it part of your existence, that it is a struggle from that first debut performance as Rodolfo?
I think I was born like that, a person who wants to win, that's for sure. I only, without making any pushing people away from, but to myself, I think I won't win.
And what is winning? Being the best or being...
No, being the best of yourself. Being the best of yourself. When I am the best of myself, of course, there is other better, but it's enough for me.
And how many nights, how many performances afterwards, the curtain has come down and the cheers have stopped, do you say, Luciano, I've won tonight?
Most of the time, because otherwise we will not be here after 30 years.